And now for the next episode. Let's get it.
5,
5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Happy New
New
Year!
Year!
Yay.
We did it. We made it to 2021 after the longest year ever. We're here.
The longest year.
And I can only hope that 2021 has special surprises for us, Army, for BTS. Maybe. I know this is a stretch, but maybe by year's end, we can actually get some kind of face-to-face, even if it may not be us in the US. Maybe in Korea, the boys can perform in front of a crowd.
I
That's
agree.
all I want for them.
Yeah, I hope they get an
But
Asian concert.
So I've been watching also like stuff in China because I follow Wang Yibo and Zhao Zhan, and they're just over there doing all the things and crowds and just life is back to normal, and I'm like, okay, I just need for that to be us really soon. So I hope that will spread to Korea and that they can. Somebody gets to have
I
some
hope
face
so
time with
too.
BTS because they need it just as much as Army does.
I would even say that they need it more.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do for a living, and so they're missing it. And I'm just curious, how's China doing this? Have they had vaccines?
No, but literally, like if you go look at their thing, it was a spike, at the very beginning, and it's just been. They've whatever they're doing, it's working. I'm not saying they're not having any cases at all, but it's so minimal that it's not been an issue. Because like I watched the Street Dance of China that was going on back in the summer, and the finale, when they had the finale, which was probably like September maybe. It was a huge stadium with like tons of people. They had a huge New Year's Eve thing with like a ton of people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's hope.
Yep. So whatever
on
they're
the
doing
horizon.
is working.
Yeah, I keep hoping they could rent out the Olympic Stadium again and have like 1,000 people, but really spread out. That'd be awesome. Like one person per section.
Whatever they've got to do.
Yeah.
And Army will be loud. It doesn't matter if there's 1 or 1,000 or 100,000 of us. Like, it's
mic us up. Just go ahead and mic us up. We'll make some noise.
Well, what else happened since the last time we talked?
Had the New Year's Eve, the BigHit concert, New Year's Eve concert.
And the Christmas stuff.
And Tay's birthday.
Yes, Tay's V Live.
Yes, that was so fun.
That was so adorable.
He's such a tease with his playing his 1 second snippet.
Oh, that was cute.
And just like laughing hysterically and stomping his feet because and this one and this one and this one.
And then telling us he never listens to his agency. Because on the other side of the camera, they're like, nope, don't do it. Now, and I kept listening, I kept rewinding those little parts on V Live to see if I could make any sort of, you can't name that tune in one note, not in this case.
Yeah, that was really, really funny.
It's so wild to me that this Tay that did his birthday V Live is the same Tay that was singing Singularity on his stage bed. You know what I mean? Like two completely, because he just seemed so shy and introverted, and no, it's so uncomfortable for me to do these things by myself. And I'm like, I've seen you on stage live. Who are you? No. His duality just kills me.
Yeah, he was funny. And wiping his hands on his probably $2,000 coat after he got done with his gimbap. Like, man, find a napkin. Like,
yeah. The kimbap.
He was too hungry.
It was lovely to see Yoongi. Like he's been
performing.
Yeah, it was nice to see him again.
Yes. That was probably the nicest surprise of the New Year's Eve concert. was seeing all seven and just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, they're all there. They're singing. Oh, life
Yeah, my brain
made.
has gotten too used to having to count, and I don't like it. So I'm ready for it to go back to just knowing that there's going to be 7 of them.
Hmm. Yeah, every time I see a picture or a performance, I'm literally
Mhm.
counting to
Yes.
see. Oh yeah, Yoongi's not there. Oh wait, yes, he is there. Yay!
Although when they made him the snowman, that
Oh
really,
my gosh.
That was the
that really
best.
It really was the
was
best.
so-
I loved how he didn't know about it. That was hilarious.
he had
So
no
awesome.
idea.
And how it played out on Weverse, it goes, I want to be on stage too. And next thing you know, he goes, I'm a snowman. It was so adorable.
I
Yeah.
love that Yoongi has gotten a little taste of what it's like to be ARMY. You know, like when are you guys coming on? You know, is it your
How long do
turn
we
yet?
have to wait?
Yeah. Like
Forever.
Yoongi is all of us ARMY as we're watching and waiting for the performance.
And he had to sit through all the crazy long award shows too to get like, so now you know, man. Like, yeah, we're really sitting here for 5 hours waiting for y'all to come on.
Yep.
Yeah, that one was like 6.5 hours. I thought it was never
Yes.
gonna be over.
That
So
was crazy
long.
because I even had to go and do something and I came back, remember the group chat, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll watch it on the replay. And y'all are like, it's not even over. I was like, oh, awesome. And I got to see all the grand prizes and the performance. That's like a
Long.
work day. And that is almost a work day.
The army is rough
Yeah.
in a good way.
Oh, I'd rather do that work any day of the week.
Very true.
Can we get paid to be ARMY? Because I think I do that really well.
If we ever figure it out, you know, the other army will share. So
That's true. I love that they continue to give us musical treasures that are free. You know, they've got so much stuff by now on SoundCloud. You know, the downside though is that I'd really, really, really like to download it so I can, you know, listen to it in different ways. But I appreciate so much that they love ARMY so much that they're willing to give us these gems, and they're gems. They are really, really good.
to go back to your childhood, like when you used to put your tape recorder up to the TV to like record something that you needed.
And shush your whole household, like,
Yes.
shh, recording.
That's when you have to go back to that. Like you just get your phone and put it to your computer,
Yeah.
and then you record the song so that you can listen to it
We might
later.
have
Oh
to do
man,
that.
the good old days.
The good old days. What was JK's song called? Okay, so anyway.
Are you talking about the one he released for Festa? Still with you?
Or am I Still With You? That's the one I'm thinking about. And Jimin released
Most recently for Christmas Love.
yeah, Christmas Love. That's it.
That was the most adorable Christmas gift ever. And
I
then
know.
Snowflake. Oh, wait, it was Snowflake, right?
Snowflower?
Flower.
Oh, flower. I'm sorry. Sorry, Tay.
And I love the drawing that was, you know, of the little umbrella over the little purple flower. I just thought that was
Super
adorable.
cute. That was super cute.
Yes.
I saw some ARMY on Twitter turn the snowflower artwork and put it on a cake.
Wow.
I think that should be on our cake when we finally have our reunion.
I think I'm just gonna have to make a lot of cakes because y'all made a lot of requests at this point.
Multiple flavors too. Yeah, this is just so, that artwork sends. It is the cutest.
Yes, I'm really tickled that we got Christmas songs from Jimin and from Tay. That was really sweet. And it's, I mean, I don't know about you ladies, but I'm happy to have new Christmas music because
Yes.
I get kind of tired of the same songs over and over and over again.
You know what? I'd like to think by the holidays 2021 that we can actually have an entire full-length BTS Christmas playlist. And to that, I would totally add the Life Goes On holiday remix, because to me, Life Goes On, it was my holiday Christmas song. Like my daughter and I called it our Christmas song, and when I hear it now, it feels like Christmas.
I loved the versions that they did for the holiday show.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Yeah.
3 different Black Swan and Life Goes On and Dynamite, those were so good.
I
Black
agree.
Swan was amazing.
It really was.
It was
I was
everything
surprised
about
they
it.
brought it back. Yeah, I was afraid it was one of those songs where it kind of got forgotten, but I was so happy to see that they brought it back. And honestly, I feel like that should have been also one of the songs that made on the top number ones of the Billboard charts. But that's just my personal opinion. But as an ARMY, I really like Black Swan. I will never get over the first time I saw that performance with James Corden, with them dancing without their shoes on.
Barefoot.
Yes.
Absolutely. I watched that performance more than I probably should, but anyway.
There's
Still one of
something
my favorites.
there's something so beautiful about the strings at the beginning, those first few bars. That's my alarm. I wake up to Black Swan every morning.
Me too.
And it's just and it's a happy wake up, because I tried other BTS songs. I might have done Mic Drop, and I was like, okay, this was a mistake. This is whoa. Get me out of bed. Yeah.
Nobody cares about your bag. It's too early.
Yeah, like it's just a bit much, but Black Swan is just enough of the impetus I need to get out of bed in a happy way and, pas de bourrée my way through my day.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, when the song gets to the part where it's saying like jump, 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 or bump, 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 that's the exact moment that I actually get out of bed.
Now we have 2 really iconic Black Swan performances, though. For me, James Corden is always going to be the one that I go to the most. And not that there haven't been other really amazing Black Swan performances, like the Fallon Week one was also equally as beautiful, but the new one from the awards show where it's just the Black Swan performance, where they're doing that dance, like I think I've watched that one, at least that beginning part of it, a million times already, just to watch them all do that interpretive dance.
It's beautiful. Yes. And I'm so glad that they got, well, almost all the members. And if Yoongi was there, he would also be involved. But yes, it was amazing that they got everyone involved and not just Jimin being the main, besides Hobie, I guess being the main dancer and, doing his thing. I was glad that they got all the members involved. So It was very beautifully done. And I'm waiting to see what song in 2021 will be on the number ones Billboard chart.
No, we don't know what's coming yet.
Yeah, we have no idea, which is really interesting.
Although Steve Aoki did allude to a future collab with BTS, which I am very, very stoked about. Mic Drop is one of my all-time favorite BTS songs. So anything they do with Steve Aoki, I know I'm going to be on the dance floor, and so I love it. But I'm just like, ooh, 2021, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love their collaborations. I'm looking forward to it.
And we've seen the word fear a lot, so
yes, we
I
have.
have a feeling there's something going on with that.
Do y'all think anything's going to happen pre-Grammys? Like, will we get anything pre-Grammys, or will it come after?
That's a good
the
question.
Grammys are right at the end of this month, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Maybe we'll get both. We'll get something before and after.
And so Tay said that his mixtape would come out either at the beginning of the year or the middle of the year, but he very clearly said not the end of the year. So I'm guessing by summer we'll have Tay's mixtape. But so whatever BTS does as a group, like I wonder what their timeline looks like. Would Tay want to go ahead and do it before that and let us kind of enjoy that, and then sort of like an appetizer too, and then you have this new album that we're dropping that you can look forward to. I don't know.
Maybe something very similar to what Jungkook did.
Yeah.
Where I guess, wait, was Jungkook's song released right when they were doing a bunch of stuff with their Japanese versions, I think?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was during the summer.
It was for Festa.
That's
Oh,
what it was.
yeah. And then it was also stuff for that song, or I guess that movie that was based off of the Korean version, but that was later gonna be released in October. So yeah, they were quite busy during the summer.
Yeah.
I know, maybe it'll replay itself but with Taesong.
Right. And I'm wondering too if maybe they will hold off on something new in the hopes that COVID will start to dissipate so that by the time they do release their new, we can look forward to a concert.
I'm ready.
That's my optimistic take on it. You know,
Yeah, that'd be
because
awesome.
you know they'll really want to support this with an actual live performance.
Mhm.
Even though we won't complain about online concerts, because I feel like 2020 we were very well fed with BTS online concerts, but you know, they
It's
would
not
just
like I don't want an album, like an album, a new album and a tour that goes along with it. I would, however, like for them to tour before a new album,
That's
or
true.
like I still want all the other stuff. Like, can we just have a
I need
matching
7,
concert
right?
of like all of the things that we've missed? Because you know, if they do a tour with like a new album, I'm not
There's
saying that
not
they
enough
wouldn't
time.
do some songs, but it would not, we would not get all of the all of the
Yeah,
other things.
that's
Yeah,
true.
I don't want them to do a new album with solo songs until we get a tour.
Right.
Because I still want the hope of My Time and Filter and Inner
Yeah,
Child
yeah.
and Moon live and
I need
Ego. I mean, I
Ego.
want them
Yep.
all live. That'd be
Fine.
so cool because I
Yeah.
don't think Inner Child and Moon did as well without a crowd. So
Mhm.
I think they need a crowd. So I
They
really
do
want
need
to
a
see
crowd.
that.
Yeah. I feel like we need to give 7 that proper seat at the concert table. I mean, I want to see Black Swan live. I'm not going to lie. And I really still need to see Boy with Love live with umbrellas. I need to see this
Oh, yes.
performance and do my little disco dance in a stadium with Army.
And they keep talking about wanting to do on live. I mean, they keep
I want to
saying
see
it.
one live.
Yes.
Like
They said, which one of them said that it was even, they really wanted to do that live because it's even bigger than what we've seen. And that blows my mind because what we've seen, especially when they did it at the Olympic Stadium, which was Super Bowl caliber performance, if it's even bigger than that, then holy cow, they are holding back on us.
look, I don't know what army tweeted it, but I completely agree with them. I am not done with the Map of the Soul 7 or that whole album until I have Hey Na Na Nod with 60,000 other people in a stadium.
Agree.
Amen. I tweeted out yesterday that I would love to see them do a B concert in February with where they're just standing, vibing, sitting. They just do the whole album in a row. That would be cool.
That would be good.
That could be like the warm up for Yoongi. Because we also want to make sure that Yoongi is 100%, rehabilitated, his shoulder and everything. So I think a B, sort of low key, sit on stools, and that would be a great concert to have first.
Yeah, because they don't have any choreography for that album.
Right. Somebody get Big Hit on the phone. We've got a great idea for you.
I'm all for that ghost band too.
Yes. Love that ghost band.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if they did it with the band.
Yeah.
They're so amazing.
Yeah, because watching their live concerts when you get the full band hits really different than, the other ones. RM's New Year's letter made me
Oh
cry.
my gosh.
Oh, it was so amazing. He's so brilliant. He's such a philosopher.
He really is.
Is. Like and every English translation was nuanced, but you still get the impact of what he was trying to say. And I love how he articulates his emotions. He's just a genius.
He is.
I'm like, man, I wish I could be this eloquent. He's amazing.
And
I
the
love
trans
how he said he tried not he tried not to write a long letter this year.
Oh,
He was
please.
just gonna make it short and sweet, but then he kept writing and it just kept coming out.
I don't want him to change that, though. That's what I love about RM. I don't think he should try to, cut corners and make it brief, We'll read 10 pages if we have to.
You
Yeah.
write a book.
Ooh, I would buy that book.
Yes.
I think he needs to add that on his to-dos.
he could easily write a leadership manual. I
Yeah,
mean,
he could.
really, he could write one of those coachy leadership books. It would be so awesome.
It would be a bestseller.
I know. It'd be so cute.
I would totally buy it. I'll buy, yeah.
And the
Yeah.
translators I saw on Twitter were saying how it takes them a long time to translate his stuff because he uses kind of old-fashioned words, complicated words that you don't use in everyday language. So they
Yeah.
always struggle with his translations.
Aw, I believe it. Yeah. And not only that, I'm sure they also have to interpret what he's saying so that they can translate it properly. It's not because I can just feel that that's just how RM is it's that he doesn't just write something plain and simple. It also involves like a lot of metaphors and things that you really have to take into thought to really translate it properly to what he's trying to get through.
He does put a lot of thought into anything he writes.
I love it though. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were saying that he's constantly going in and fixing it. Like he's changing it after he posts it. He's
Aw.
tweaking it because he wants it to be perfect.
Oh, Martina, that's your bias.
I'm curious how much buffer they're going to get in 2021.
I know it's scary.
He's gonna pop out of that shirt.
Right?
They're flexing on Yoongi's radio show, but I didn't
Okay.
hear it.
Oh, okay. I missed Yoongi's radio show. I need to go back and listen to it with the subs. That's one thing I missed.
Yeah, it was just like an advice show. It was cute. They were doing that.
Aw.
Everybody, I guess the balance game is like this trendy thing in Korea because
Mhm.
they seem to be doing it constantly. So it was
Well,
him just doing that.
They did it at all the meet and greets on the New Year's Eve concert. For every group that was being interviewed, they did the balance game. So I
Yeah,
guess
that
it's
was
their
fun.
thing. I thought it was really cute, that Twitter hashtag that was trending, close the gyms
Big
in
hit, yeah.
Korea.
Yeah, and then I saw people like, I wonder if the Twitter hashtag people hate Army because we do trend some of the dumbest things, but
Or we take over
Yeah.
hashtags, which I love.
Me too. Go Army.
Okay, so Martina, what did Tay do on Yoongi's radio show?
I did not listen to it.
Oh,
I think it was kind of flexing with Yoongi, showing him his muscles.
oh,
Like,
I know what you're
literally
talking about. Like,
flexing.
he came in like during the middle of Yoongi's radio show, or I guess maybe towards the beginning. He had been in there working out, and so he came by the station, wherever he was doing it, and came in the room, and he was like basically flexing his arm and telling him to like, look what I'm doing. And Yoongi's like, you just came in here to show me your arms, really?
Oh, I'm excited. Because there was that one photo of Tay, and you can kind of see his bicep, was it?
Yeah, and the dispatch stuff.
Yes.
Nice.
Look, follow in the footsteps of Namjoon, and ooh, that's going to be lovely. Remember that one photo of the one person that kind of looked like he was Tay and he was buff? And I remember Tay saying, oh my gosh, I have so much work to do. There's a part of me that wonders if that really is kind of his goal, which I wouldn't mind at all. I don't know that there are too many Army that would, besmirch him for bulking up a little.
Well, I know Yoongi's talked about how his left arm is very, kind of atrophied because of his situation. So, I mean, I know it seemed like it was a priority for him to like work out his arms when he can. So that they get to be the same again.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready for the Grammys. I'm ready for this to be over more than anything. Just ready to see what's going to happen. So that's my next goal is Army.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for them to announce who's performing, and they better be on there. Or I'm going to be seriously upset.
I'm going to be real pissed. And so is every other Army on the planet. So the Grammys the Grammys will get canceled over that shit. Like it's not, nobody's even messing around. So
They better win, and they better get a performance. Yeah. And it's going to be awesome because it's going to be done in Korea. It's going to probably have Lupin's directing it. It's going to be, I hope it's a
amazing.
medley, not just Dynamite. I hope they do like all sorts of stuff. That would be
Me
really
too.
nice.
I
And
agree.
they have to perform Dynamite though, right? Because it has to be,
Yeah.
you have to perform the song that you got nominated
Mhm.
for. So I know they'll have to do Dynamite, but I do hope they can do some other songs as well, even if it's just snippets of other
Yeah.
things leading up to Dynamite.
Other performers have done that. They do it all the time. They don't just sing their one song, but they've got this whole 6-7 minute long performance that includes a medley of the other stuff, culminating in their hit that they're nominated for. So
Can you imagine them doing On and Black Swan and Dynamite or something like that? That would be
I would
really
die.
amazing.
That would be awesome. I just want them to showcase what they can do and show everybody how it's really done. Because no matter what they do, they're going to leave every Western artist in their dust. They're not even going to know what hit them. They're going to have this eye-opening moment of, holy cow, how
Our
do they do
production
that?
sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm already counting down to the Grammys.
January 31st.
Oh, it's quite there. Oh, okay. Still have a ways to go.
It'll be here before you know it.
I can't wait. I'm very excited to see if they get invited to perform, what they're going to do. Because
Me too.
I'm all excited for that. And for them to win.
Yeah, I'm ready for them to get their Grammy win so we can just move on from this.
Yep.
I haven't liked the Grammys in a long time for the same reasons that it's a problem with BTS. It's not fair representation. I feel like the same people that run Congress are also the same people who run the Grammys. So we need some diversity. And so actually big award shows here, I haven't watched them in years. The Oscars, the Grammys, all of that. I don't watch it because I don't feel like it's a fair representation. So
Yep.
literally only watching for BTS. That's it.
I wonder if, just like everybody else, they will have BTS perform at the very end. They need Army for the viewership. I'm just going to rely on other Army on Twitter to tell me when they're coming up.
Mm-hmm. That's been the annoying thing about some of those award shows, though, is that we didn't know.
It's
so
true.
we all ended up stuck watching because they wouldn't announce when they were going to come on. So.
Gosh, what was the last one that was it just felt so painful?
That one that Tiffany Haddish hosted.
Yes, I was like, oh my gosh, is this over yet? And is it the boys' turn yet? Because I can't.
It was painful. I agree.
Well, I think in that way they are smart. They leave the best for last.
Yeah.
We have to put up with the torture.
Some of the shows are more torturous than others. I don't know. Anyway.
So far, that's all we know for 2021, right? It's just the Grammy event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I'm sure it'll be filled with other events.
Well, hopefully they're getting a little time off because they've done a lot of performances and award shows and all of that stuff. So I'm hoping they're getting a couple of weeks to just do something for them. Maybe see their parents or families, whatever. So it's certainly not going to be quiet. Somebody will pop up on Weverse or somebody's going to be doing something, or they'll release more Bangtan bombs, or we still have run episodes coming. And so there's never a lack of BTS content.
Ever.
I wonder if we're going to get a winter package.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
That would be nice.
Maybe.
They could do it in Korea.
They could.
That's what I love the most about with them being able to do things that they don't normally get to do, but they're actually able to do it in Korea. I'm sure to them that also means a lot too. But yeah, that would be cool.
I wouldn't be mad if they wanted to go do an In the Soup Part 2.
That would be great.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking maybe they could do it in Busan or do it somewhere where they have a private beach. That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Or even if they went to like Jeju Island, that might be fun for them.
Yeah, some private oasis.
Mm-hmm.
How long has Yoongi been out now? Because he also gave the update that it takes about 6 months to recover, right? So,
Well, his surgery was around our election day. So it was the
Okay.
3rd or the 4th of November. So he's got another month before the Grammys.
okay.
Okay.
Just trying to gauge what events would we be able to see him in or start
Like,
participating
I
in.
feel like no matter what they have to do, they will make the Grammy performance a Yoongi friendly performance. Like that's what I think, because that has
That's
always
his dream.
right. That's been his dream, his goal. Every time they talk to him about it, like the Grammys. So I can't imagine that they wouldn't create a performance that he can be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. Yeah, it was nice even in the New Year's Eve. I forgot what clip I saw, but they had signs up about what they were wishing for the new year and everything. And so as soon as Yoongi's turn came up, I noticed how he had his left arm immobilized, and he was just holding it, holding up his sign. But I'm like, oh no, protect the arm, Yoongi.
But I was pleased that when he was talking at the New Year's Eve thing, that he was like unconsciously moving his left arm, and it looked natural. Like it didn't look like he was in pain when he did it. Like he didn't go, "Oh, why did I just do that?" So
Hold
that
on
was
to it.
encouraging to me. So,
Good.
but yeah, I do hope he takes his time though. I don't want him to rush.
Yeah, I cried when he came out on the stage to do that introduction for the concert. Like when I saw him, because I wasn't expecting it yet, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like just him, and I saw him, and I was like, really?
Aw, little meow meow.
I know.
He has the perfect voice, really, to be an MC.
He does.
He does. He could be an MC. He could take over for that one DJ that interviewed them. He would be fantastic, and I could see him doing it for several decades and just being a legend even in that arena.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
I can't remember which interview it was that they did, but it still cracks me up where the interviewer had asked something and he said, yeah, I could have had your job. And the guy was like, oh, wait.
I mean,
That's so Yoongi, though.
I know. That's what made it even more funnier.
Yeah, I love his savage mode.
mhm.
It's quite something to behold.
Yeah, I can't remember what interview it was. I was watching the other day, but it was an older one, and whoever it was right after he came out with the new August D album, and the interviewer was saying, oh man, like I love that August D, and Yoongi's just sitting there looking at him like, dude, I'm the same person. Like I am August D. Like it's the same. We are the same.
Do your research, people. Jeez.
Well, I mean, the guy knew, but it was talking about it like it was a separate entity, and he's
That's
like,
funny.
it's just because, like I have different personas that I show with different things and different things I like to say, but we're still the same. It's the same. I am the same.
That's so funny.
Well, I
But
love the way he
he's
talked
saying he was
about
more
his
savage.
skills in Break the Silence. He talked about how, he felt like he'd only shown, was it 30%? What he
Mhm.
had to offer. And he kind of he really does think about all the different kind of ways he could show himself, which I thought was really cool.
He's also a perfectionist, so I think anything he tries, he's gonna do it to the nth degree. Playing the guitar, painting, freaking calculus, whatever it is that he's doing, he's gonna perfect his execution of it.
I think that's what I've come to realize about almost all the members is that they're kind of perfectionists, but in their own little ways.
Mhm.
They want things to be perfect especially when it comes to performances as well. It's really funny too when you're listening to their commentaries and stuff and how they're talking about maybe the little slip up they may have had. But for me, it's like I didn't even notice it, but for them, it's a big deal. They notice it and then they want to fix that and improve.
Mhm.
To me, I'm like, you guys are perfect just the way you are.
I mean, they all do really just try hard to get everything completely right. And even your guy who says that he's not a dancer, I saw a video
That
pop
was
up
funny.
online somewhere yesterday of him like mimicking a dance that Hobie did. And I'm sorry, sir, but if you can mimic a dance that Hobie has done, you are a dancer.
Yeah.
You're not just moving your body. No. So,
So it's not
pull
like
that
he said
line.
that he just gets up and just does dance movements. No,
Right.
honey, you dance.
No, go sell that line to somebody else. He's gonna believe
Yeah.
it. Army knows better.
Yeah, Sukjin, he's very modest and like he'll say things that I guess we can kind of maybe look past it, but if you really look into it, he takes things seriously. And
Mhm.
this is the same guy that stayed up all night to practice dancing while the other members had slept. And look where he is now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I felt with On and Black Swan that they were all equal. It was kind of unbelievable. They were just so in
Mhm.
sync and so perfect. It was just mind-blowing how much they practiced this time last year for that.
I agree.
Trey does not let Jen get away with saying things like that. That is not a dancer. Now,
Right.
he is a dancer. I looked at the Black Swan and I said, oh my God, they're all dancers.
Mhm.
They're all
Even
amazing dancers.
Namjoon.
Yeah.
Junie has gotten really good with his dance moves.
Really, yeah. I
And
still
also he needs to stop it with the dynamite showing out all the damn time. Like calm yourself, sir.
no, I still crack up about the interviews that they had in the past where I don't remember what they were talking about that led up to this comment, but Sukjin and Namjoon were saying, I guess how they mirror each other, and Jin was like, "That's why we don't ever improve because they're using each other as mirrors." I was like, Jin, that's a little harsh, but okay. But no, I think they have improved a lot and they're doing really well.
Agree.
I always think back to carpool karaoke too, when they did the last dance with Papa Mochi. And just watching them looking at the mirror and taking it so seriously with the workout crew, that was really cute. I think it's time for
Mhm.
another carpool karaoke in a safe environment.
Yeah. I think that's what makes them so successful is that everything they set out to do, they do take it seriously. They don't take anything lightly. I feel like their whole philosophy is if we're going to do it, we're going to do it well. We're not going to half-ass anything.
Mhm.
And that's why, and it seems like they're in competition with themselves. They might watch this tape of this performance, and I'm sure they're uber critical of themselves, and then they see things that they want to improve upon and they want to show us something better. Even think about all of their messages to us. They always say something to the effect of we will show you better, or we will do better, or we will improve. And a lot of us are like, y'all are crazy because you are perfection. What you're singing, you're dancing, you're everything, and you're telling us you're going to do better than last time. Okay, but we're happy, we're satisfied, but they're not. I don't think
Mhm.
they're ever satisfied. They're always reaching higher and higher and higher.
It's amazing, yeah. And they're critiquing themselves. It's always in a positive way as well. It's not like they're looking down on themselves or anything
Right.
either. Yeah, it's just I like the way they critique themselves and I feel like we can definitely learn a lot from them.
Hmm.
And maybe we want them to stay in that mode because if they ever get to a point where they're satisfied with everything, they might be done. And I'm not ready for that. So,
Oh.
Nope. Nope. Mm-mm.
Mm.
I'm not even trying to hear anything about that.
Does anybody have anything specific from the newest concert that they were excited about?
I love the drones. The
The
drones
drum team was really cool.
hmm Yeah, that one took me by surprise. I was like, oh.
I thought it was a really cool first first concert attempt for Big Hit to have all of their, well, not all, but a lot of their artists involved. I did not enjoy the meet and greet format of them having meet and greets while other people were performing and you having to pick and choose what you wanted to watch and listen to. But I mean, I liked that they did it. I just wish they had done it where you could watch everything and not have to, oh, but this person is performing, but oh, and Hypen is doing their meet and greet. So like I was torn a lot between what I was going to watch.
Yeah, since it was pre-recorded, they could have done that better. I agree.
Right. But overall, I mean, I thought it was really cool that they had a lot of their different artists involved and getting to see, you know, some people perform that I've not seen before. So that was really, really nice.
I thought it was cool how they had all the leaders do that one speech. That was nice.
I was gonna. I kept forgetting. That was one of the things I wanted to mention, and especially when we were talking about Namjoon earlier. That he just looks so natural being up there as a leader. I'm like, dude, you can totally be the president of the world.
You get my vote for sure.
Same here.
At the very least, the president of Korea. I think if he wants to choose a political road, I think that it's wide open for him.
Even if he just wanted to be the ambassador to the UN. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome?
Oh my
awesome.
gosh.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. I could totally see him doing that.
All of our guys have a very bright future ahead of them, no matter what path they choose. They all have so many options and avenues available to them. And so you know, even though I'm not ready for this part to end yet, I am also like excited to see what the future will bring for them.
I agree.
Past BTS.
Yeah.
I always think back to it was the last moments for their HYYH, and they were at the very end, they were asking what happens when the most beautiful moment in your life comes to an end. And I remember Jin's comment specifically because the way he had interpreted it, it almost sounded in a beautiful way where he goes, first of all, he never thought of that, of it coming to an end. But then if it did, he thinks of it as a flower where if it ends here, then there'll be another flower that's going to bloom into something else that's beautiful. And so I feel like that's definitely how their life is going to be played out. So.
And we will support them. We may not be called ARMY at that point, but we will still be there supporting them in whatever paths they each take. I don't think they'll ever lose the support of ARMY.
Yeah, I definitely want them to dub some animation.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of the cutest run episodes ever.
That was.
Jimin. If nobody else does it, Jimin has to do that in the future at some point.
It was so adorable.
It really was.
Yeah, I agree. They could do another couple of run episodes about that. I wouldn't be mad.
Me neither.
Quest to Big Hit.
Namjoon can write a book. Jungkook can publish his art portfolio because I'm sure it's going to be lovely artwork.
Yeah, I wish they'd put out the paintings that they did from In the Soup as posters or even postcards because I would buy those. That was so cute.
I would buy them and I would frame them. I agree. I was thinking about that too, Susan. Funny you should mention it because I liked what they included in the B album, and I thought we need to have more of this. Like I want Junie's painting of the scenery. Oh, I love it. All of their paintings. They could have a whole gallery devoted to their artwork.
He worked so hard on that painting. Everybody should get to enjoy it. I mean, seriously, how long, how many hours did that poor baby spend dotting that canvas to make
every
that
day? He did it every day for goodness knows how many hours. Yeah.
It'd be cute if like the Bob Ross Foundation or whatever exists, actually said something nice to JK because it was unbelievable how fast he did that. It seemed like he did that pretty fast.
He is just so darned naturally talented. I think there should be a Ren episode devoted to just discovering, is there something this kid can't do? What can the Golden Maknae not do, because everything he does it so well. And you
Yeah.
think, how can he be human? You know,
If I didn't love him so much, it'd be real annoying.
right?
So for people who aren't Army, I'm sure they're just like,
Oh yeah.
God, ugh.
After Hobie's picture.
I remember that, was it the Celebrity Brothers episode where he was doing rock climbing with that other star? And the star thought that JK wouldn't be able to do the rock climbing because he had never done it before. And of course,
Mhm.
JK is just like going right up, like
Like a spider.
and the guy was like, wow.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of anything yet that JK can't do. Although that run episode where Jen was the spy, where he ended up in all of JK's pictures and he just was beating his canvas to
That
death.
That
was
was the best.
hysterical to
I-
see JK lose his stuff because he had been bamboozled. Because you could tell that he's not used to being on the losing end of anything.
No, ever.
And it was really kind of cute to see. And it just, oh, okay, he's human after all. Okay.
You know
By
what?
the third time he was beating up that canvas, I was in the floor laughing.
Yeah.
That was
Jen is amazing.
And Jimin thought he had done really well because he'd found all those cards.
He always thinks he does well.
Yeah, at the intermission, he thought, I'm in first
Uh-huh.
place. And then it was like, oh, no.
Every one of these little contests, like when they were at the mall, at the
That's my
London,
favorite run
and he
episodes
thought
ever.
he won. And, to see his mouth agape at hearing everybody else getting bigger numbers of whatever's they had to collect.
Mhm.
That's, yeah.
When I knew that Jimin had messed up when he was in the little room by himself and he had all of his 10-point cards and he was like flinging them out. I'm like, oh no, man, you're getting too cocky. Like something's gonna happen and you're not gonna win.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was so funny.
I almost feel like that for that run episode, if they had reversed the rules where instead of docking points for the ones that Jen was in their photos with, they should have rewarded them points. Because I feel like it should have been a reward for especially Jungkook for someone who loves his Young and taking pictures with him a lot, not like penalize him for having too many pictures with Jin. But I don't know. Anyways, Jin, he's always a good person to be chosen as a spy.
Yeah.
And it kind of penalized
Good
the
at
people
sneaking
that
in the
helped each
background.
other.
Exactly. Yeah.
What did you say, Dee?
He was good at sneaking in the background of people's pictures, like just enough where you could barely see him, but he was in there.
You know what? I had suspected something when it was like I forgot which picture, who was taking the picture
Behind
but-
the screen.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I just saw his silhouette in the back, and
Uh-huh.
at that point I kind of suspected something was up, and then but of course it's just a run episode for us to enjoy, so I saw it and I thought, okay, maybe
But there's
something going on.
always a spy and there's always a mission.
Yeah. I will say it's been a while though since they did have a spy run episode, or well, at least compared to the other run episodes that were released before this one. So I
Mhm.
guess it also kind of took them by surprise as well. But I cracked up when Jimin was like, "I was the spy," and then everyone was like, "Really?" And then Hobie's face, that was just everything. When Jin stood up, Hobie was like, "What?"
Listen, that Twitter is protecting Jin and complaining that he did not get to take too many pictures because he was busy helping people, and he was not actually helping people. He was taking them down.
He was sabotaging them.
Yeah, I felt sorry for him in the first episode. I thought,
He was the bad guy. Oh, he was the spy. It's so funny. He's really good. He needs to be in a drama, really.
Really, yeah. Put that degree to good use. But no, I think he's doing great with whatever he's doing. But that's also the reason why I said if the rules had been reversed, where instead of penalizing them for getting pictures with him, at least reward them for people taking the time to be his buddy to take pictures with him. But it ended up being a funny episode anyways.
Shall we wrap up perhaps
Yeah.
with a New Year's wish?
Grammys.
Grammy.
That's funny.
Concert.
Go away, COVID.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not going to get crazy with my wishes. I'm going to try to be realistic. So I'm going to stick with the Grammys. I want BTS to get their Grammy win and performance. Past that, anything that is less of a shit show than last year, where COVID is concerned, is good for me.
And let's face it, 2020 did not set the bar that high. So 2021 has a great opportunity to do better.
Mm-hmm.
Great opportunity. So here's hoping and praying.
Yeah, I hope they get a concert in Asia or something.
Somewhere. I'm not even going to be jealous if it's not in our neck of the woods, in our hemisphere. I'm okay with it. I just want to see them happy. I want them to have the pleasure of hearing actual fans, not piped in via Zoom or pre-recorded, but actual fans looking them in the eyes, doing the fan chants and screaming and yelling and
Agree.
2021 won. 2021 is going to win for us all. Stay safe and happy, everyone.
Yes. And thanks to our listeners for starting out a whole brand new year with us, and look forward to some more giveaways. Borahae to all of you.
Borahae.
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 Thank you for joining us for this episode of Borahae and Borahae. You can find us on Twitter at Borahae Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook at Borahae and Borahae, and our email is bongtanandborahae@gmail.com.
Until next time, this is Crystal,
D,
Melissa,
J,
Susan,
Tina.
Borahae.
Hey.